We're going to go back up here. We're going to swing back. Oh, got the good evening, YouTube viewers. I'm going to turn one of the cameras this way so you can see what's going on. Oh, and then we have we can get our screen with our various emblems going on it. So I'm going to pop that into action. There we go. And get my headphones back on. And then go back up here and, whoops, wrong mouse. Good thing it didn't bite me. Ha ha ha. Alrighty, now to get the Facebook up. And that should go fairly quick. And, see, there's our emblem. And I got some notes from other translations. I'll be reading two different translations this evening, and I got notes from a third and a fourth that I read years back. And with that, we're going to do a little deletion here on the billboard. Okay, the Sunday evening Islam show. And then we go to the next line, and on the Facebook billboard it easily deletes host Richard Slezak. Okay, we're going to go to the start broadcast now. Bam. Got her. Okay. And going to flip this microphone back over here and take this headset and put it up there. And, oh, golly, we got plenty of pens. Plenty of pens is a good thing. And testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Let's see, this is the white microphone. Bring it up a bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. And I'll bring up those other mics as well. May as well get a little bit of sound flowing. That is a good thing. It's radio. And all right. Paper don't forget. And swing these cameras over a little bit this way. And maybe put that up a little bit. All rightiest. Well, last week I came in and the audition wasn't working, and we got the bugs out of it this past week though. And so TVOSJ, and as you know, it is my want to keep notes during the show. Okay, 7:25 station arrival, and this is the Sunday evening Islam show for January 19th. Oh my golly, it's the first one of the year. That's not the best, but oh well. Okay, we're doing Surah 58 and audition started at 7:35, and then YouTube, Facebook. Now, our sponsors are up there on Facebook and YouTube. So I won't be reiterating them to you. In future shows I will. That's undergoing further coordination. So, going to be reading from these two Qurans. This one's a 1991. The one in my right hand is a 1991 translation. The one in my left hand is a 1956 translation. The one in my right hand was done by Turkic scholars, U.S.-based. The one in my left hand was written by, Arab, Sunni, Iraqi, lived most of his life in England, scholar. And so they're somewhat different. The funny thing is with translations of the Quran, it's mainly the decade they were translated in, very reflective of English usage at that time period. Pickthall, for instance, is a 1932 translation. I grew up with going to Episcopal Church, and we used a 1928 prayer book. Well, the idioms were very similar, so it's English that's very familiar to me. And the Pickthall is a very popular translation among, recognized as being one of the better translations among Islamic scholars. So, and the meaning of the glorious Quran, she that disputes, and I read this 13 years ago. Okay, the writing date was 4 to 5 after the Hijrah, that's 626 to 627. A Muslim woman went to Muhammad complaining her husband told her that her back to him was as his mother's, an Arab pagan put-down. He had put her away for no good reason. Check, okay, sound doing fine. Muhammad took no action concerning this, thus her dispute until Sund and Gabi spoke to him. Okay. He did have an arrival from Gabriel. Okay, Allah heard the conversations and prayers. Wives are not mothers. This, verse 3, penalty for saying mama's back is to free a slave before sexual relation can resume. Alternate punishments, a 6-day fast or feed 60 people, needy ones. Those who oppose as Allah or his prophet will be abased and will go to hell. All 6 through 8 are all are going to face judgment. No secrets can be hid from Allah. Scoffers do not think Allah cares about what they say. Verse 9, admonishments to believers. 10, conspiracy is of the devil. 11, make room at assemblies when asked to do so. 12, bring alms to the prophet when conferencing with him. 13, if 12 is violated, Allah's forgiveness is required. 14, 15, non-Muslims get dreadful doom. Those who take them as friends swear a false oath. 16 through 19, Muslims who befriend non-Muslims are hypocrites, will lose wealth and will go to hell. 21, Allah said, I verily shall conquer, I and my messengers. 22, Muslims who befriend non-believers and love non-Muslims. Relatives are not true believers, are not of Allah's party. Muslims are strengthened by Allah's spirit in them. And then from Rodwell's Quran, that was a 1880 or 1860. translation. The She Who Pleaded is the title of the surah. Two notes here, one on 9. Jews and idolaters will greet believers with a plague or poison upon thee. Believers say, peace be on thee. 15. Jews swear that they are Muslims. That's, oh well. Let us go on now. We got Oh, 7:50 p.m. Pickthall and Rodwell, Surah 58, notes shared. All righty. We're gonna. This is not a long surah, so here goes with the reading there. I'm gonna get my glasses. Gotta disembark here and get them in their case. Be right back in. Alrighty, folks, didn't mean to leave you high and dry. Now, I think these are my better ones. I'll get them out first. Yeah, these are pretty good. Make reading a whole lot easier. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Clear. Oh, my golly. Al-Muhaddilah, she who disputed, revealed at Medina. The surah takes its name from a word which occurs in the first verse in the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Allah has heard the words of her who disputed with you, O Muhammad, in parentheses, indicating it's God through Gabriel speaking to Muhammad. And Muhammad then reiterates it, concerning her husband, and made her pliant to Allah. Allah has heard the arguments of both of you. He hears all and observes all. Those of you who divorce their wives by saying they are as their mothers, in parentheses, should know that they are not their mothers. Their mothers are only those who gave birth to them. The words they utter are unjust and false, but Allah is pardoning, forgiving. Footnote, Islam has abolished an old custom of Arabs in divorcing their wives by saying they are as their mothers. The practice is called Zuhar. Verse 3, those that divorce their wives by saying they are as their mothers, and afterwards retract their words, shall free a slave before they touch each other again. This you are enjoined to do. Allah is cognizant of all your actions. He that does not have a slave shall fast 2 successive months before they touch one another. If he cannot do this, he will feed 60 of the poor. This is enjoined on you so that you may have faith in Allah and His Messenger. Such are the limits set by Allah. And Allah's grievous punishment awaits the disbelievers. Those who oppose Allah and His Messenger will be abased as were those before them. We have sent down clear tokens, and a shameful punishment awaits the disbelievers. On the day when Allah restores them all to life, He will inform them of their actions. Allah has kept account of it while they forgot it, and Allah is witness over all things. Are you not aware that Allah knows what the heavens and the earth contain, There is no secret counsel between three, but he is the fourth of them, nor between five, but he is the sixth of them, nor between fewer or more, but he is with them wherever they are. Then on the day of resurrection he will inform them of their doings. Allah has knowledge of all things. Do you not see those who were forbidden secret counsels? Then they return to that which they are forbidden, and hold secret counsels for iniquity and hostility and disobedience of the messenger. When they come to you, they salute you in words and with which Allah does not greet you, and ask themselves, why does Allah not punish us for what we say? Hell is scourge enough for them. They will burn in its flames, a wretched fate. Footnote. Those who were forbidden to hold secret counsels were Jews and hypocrites. They, the Jews and the hypocrites, would create mischief between the believers. They had another crime that they would commit. When they would see the prophet, they would use the phrase as Sama Aleik, which means death to you, O prophet. Knowing this, the prophet of Allah would answer them, Aleikum, meaning to you, and would never change his polite and gentle attitude towards them. Verse 9. O believers, when you converse in private, do not speak with wickedness and enmity and disobedience towards the messenger, but with justice and piety. Have fear of Allah, before whom you will be brought together. Footnote. Some of the interpreters of the Holy Quran here disagree to the point whether the party intended here are believers or the hypocrites. Verse 10. Secret counsels are the work of the devil, who thereby seeks to annoy the faithful. Yet he can harm nothing at all except by Allah's leave. In Allah let the faithful put their trust. Footnote. Secret counsels and whispering are prohibited in Islam. They are considered to be the causes of enmity between the believers, and the most important secret counsels are the works of the devil. Verse 11. Believers, make room in your assemblies when you are bidden to do so. Allah will make room for you. Again, rise up when you are told to rise. Allah will raise to high ranks those that have faith and knowledge among you. He is cognizant of all your actions. Excuse me. Oh, my. Footnote. When the believers are asked to make room for the newcomers, they should do so, and when they are asked to rise again, they should abide the rules of kindness and nice manners. Those who possess the knowledge of faith and practice it will achieve higher degrees. Verse 12. Believers, when you consult the messenger in private, give alms before such consultation. That is best and purest for you. But if you lack the means, know that Allah is forgiving and merciful. Footnote. This action implies regard for the Prophet. The poor also is favored. Verse 13. Do you hesitate to offer alms before your consultations with him? If you do not, and Allah will pardon your offense, then recite your prayers and pay the zakat, and show obedience to Allah and His Messenger. Allah is cognizant of all your actions. Footnote. With this verse, Allah has lightened the burden of the believers to offer alms before consultation with the Prophet. Allah will pardon the offense of not giving alms. Do you see those that have befriended a people, in parentheses, the Jews, who have incurred Allah's wrath? They belong neither to you nor to them. They knowingly swear to falsehoods. Footnote, those are the hypocrites. They claim faith, but they had been concealing disbelief. Verse 15, Allah has prepared for them a grievous scourge. Evil indeed is what they have done. They use their faith as a disguise and thus debar others from the path of Allah. A shameful punishment awaits them. Neither their wealth nor their children will in the least protect them from Allah. They are the people of the fire, and there they will abide forever. On the day when Allah restores them all to life, they will swear to Him as they now swear to you, thinking that their oaths will help them. Surely they are liars. Footnote, the disbelievers on the day of judgment will swear to being believers, but their oaths will do them no good since they are liars. Verse 19, the devil has gained possession of them and caused them to forget Allah's warning. They are the devil's party, and the devil's party will assuredly be lost. Those who oppose Allah and His Messenger will be among the lowest. Allah has decreed, I will surely triumph myself and my messengers. Powerful is Allah and mighty. It is 8 p.m. This is the Voice of San Joaquin, coming to you from the John Moriarty Studio, 231 West Bedford Road, Stockton, California. Currently, you can get us the quickest by going to TuneIn and then keying in, mousing in, clicking in, typing in the voice of sanjoaquin.org. And thank you for doing so. Now verse 22, the last, and a footnote at the end. You will find no believers in Allah and the last day on friendly terms with those who oppose Allah and His messengers, even though they be their fathers, their sons, their brothers, or their kindred. Allah has written faith in their very hearts and strengthened them with a spirit of His own. He will admit them to gardens watered by running streams, where they will dwell forever. Allah is well pleased with them, and they with Him. They are the party of Allah, and Allah's party will surely triumph. Footnote, the companions of the last messenger set the best example for this attitude. All righty. And we have 8:02 p.m. And the glorious Qur'an, pages 541 through 544. Read with footnotes. All righty. Now to the Quran. And it was translated by N.J. DeWood. And it doesn't have, it's not broken up by verses. He just prints it all out, has it, and sentence and paragraph order. And here we go. She who pleaded, in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. Allah has heard the words of her that pleaded with you against her husband and made her pliant to him. Allah has heard your conversations, so he hears all and observes all. Those of you who divorce their wives by declaring them to be their mothers should know that they are not their mothers. Their mothers are those only who gave birth to them. The words they utter are unjust and false, but Allah is forgiving and merciful. Those that divorce their wives by so saying and afterwards retract their words shall free a slave before they touch them again. Okay, that footnote. Kaula, daughter of Thalaba, who had been divorced by the formula, be to me as my mother's back, which was accepted as a declaration of divorce among pagan Arabs. And the second footnote is as a penalty if you retract a divorce. He that has no slave shall fast 2 successive months before he and his wife touch one another. If he cannot do this, he shall feed 60 of the poor. This is enjoined on you so that you may have faith in Allah and his apostle. Such are the laws of Allah. A grievous punishment awaits the unbelievers. Okay, on this verse 1 through 5 address wife, husband, dispute, and that is your mother's back. You have. And now 6 through 22 is relations Muslims to non-Muslims. Have you not seen the hypocrites? They say to their fellow unbelievers among the people of the book, if they drive you out, we will go with you. We will never obey anyone who seeks to harm you. If you are attacked, we will certainly help you. Allah bears witness that they are lying. If they are driven out, they will not go with them. Nor if they are attacked will they help them. Indeed, if they go to their help, they will turn their backs in flight and leave them in the lurch. Their dread of you is more intense in their hearts than their fear of Allah. So devoid are they of understanding. They will never fight against you in a body except in fortified cities and from behind high walls. Great is their valor among themselves. You think of them as one band, yet their hearts are divided. They are surely lacking in judgment. Like those who are but recently punished before them, they tasted the fruit of their own deeds. A grievous scourge awaits them. There's a footnote with that. Probably the Jews of Kanoka, also reduced by Mohammed. Okay, that puts it around the 625 AD time frame. The hypocrites may be compared to Satan, who, when he has ordered man to disbelieve and man has done his bidding, says to him, I here and now disown you. I fear Allah, the Lord of the creation. They shall both end in hell and remain therein forever. Thus are the wrongdoers rewarded. Believers have fear of Allah. Let every soul look to what it offers for the morrow. For Allah, He is cognizant of all your actions. Do not act like those who have forgotten Allah, so that He has caused them to forget themselves. Such men are evildoers. Dwellers of paradise and heirs of hell shall not be held alike. The dwellers of paradise alone shall be triumphant. Had we brought down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humble itself and break asunder for fear of Allah. Such are the sayings we coin for men so that they may give thought. He is Allah, besides whom there is no other God. He knows the visible and the unseen. He is the compassionate, the merciful. He is Allah, besides whom there is no other God. He is the sovereign Lord, the Holy One, the giver of peace, the keeper of faith, the guardian, the mighty one, the all-powerful, the Most High. Exalted be He above their idols. He is Allah, the Creator, the Originator, the Modeler. His are the most gracious names. All that is in heaven and earth gives glory to Him. He is mighty, the wise one. What the heck? Oh, man. Oh, Okay, now here is she who pleaded. Allah has heard the words of her pleaded with you against her husband. And okay, He has enjoined you so that you may have faith in Allah. Oh, that's strange. Did I go backwards? Okay. Those that oppose Allah and His apostle shall be brought low as they have been those before them. We have sent down clear revelations. A shameful punishment awaits the unbelievers. On the day when Allah restores them all to life, He will inform them of their actions. Allah has taken count of these, although they have forgotten them. Allah observes all things. Are you not aware that Allah knows what the heavens and earth contain? If three men talk in secret together, He is their fourth, if four. He is their fifth, if five. He is their sixth, with fewer or more, wherever they may be. He is with them. Then on the day of resurrection He will inform them of their doings. Allah has knowledge of all things. Have you not seen those who, though forbidden to intrigue in secret, defiantly plot together in wickedness and enmity and disobedience to the apostle? When they come to you, they salute you in words with which Allah does not greet you, and ask themselves, why does Allah not punish us for what we say? Hell is scourge enough for them. They shall burn in its flames, a wretched fate. Believers, when you converse in private, do not speak with wickedness and enmity and disobedience towards the apostle, but with justice and piety. Have fear of Allah, before whom you shall be brought together. Intrigue is the work of Satan, who thereby seeks to annoy the faithful, yet he can harm them not at all except by the will of Allah. In Allah let the faithful put their trust. Believers, make room in your assemblies when you are bidden to do so. Allah will make room for you hereafter. Again, rise up when you are told to rise. Allah will raise high ranks those who have faith and knowledge among you. He is cognizant of all your actions. Believers, when you confer with the apostle, give alms before such conference. That is best and purest for you. But if you lack the means, know that Allah is forgiving and merciful. Do you hesitate to offer alms before you speak with Him? If you do not, and Allah will pardon your offense, then at least recite your prayers and pay the alms tax and show obedience to Allah and His apostle. Allah is cognizant of all your actions. Do you see those who have befriended people with whom Allah is angry. They belong neither to you nor to them. They knowingly swear to falsehoods. Allah has prepared for them a grievous scourge. Evil indeed is that which they have done. There's a footnote to that. Okay, a people with whom Allah is angry means the Jews. Neither their wealth nor their children shall in the least protect them from Allah. They are the heirs of hell, and there they shall abide forever. On the day when Allah restores them all to life, they will swear to Him as they now swear to you, thinking that their oaths will help them. Surely they are liars all. Satan has gained possession of them and caused them to forget Allah's warning. They are confederates of Satan. Satan's confederates shall assuredly be lost. Those that oppose Allah and His apostle shall be brought low. Allah has decreed, I will surely triumph myself and my apostle. Powerful is Allah and mighty. You shall find no believers in Allah and the last day on friendly terms with those who oppose Allah and His prophet and His apostle, even though they be their fathers, their sons, their brothers, or their nearest kindred. Allah has inscribed the faith on their very hearts and strengthened them with a spirit of His own. He will admit them to gardens watered by running streams, where they shall dwell forever. Allah is well pleased with them, and they with Him. They are the confederates of Allah, and Allah's confederates will surely triumph. Relations with other Muslims. Muslims are confederates to Allah. Jews conspire with pagans. Befriend neither. Muslims befriend neither. Allah is with His apostle. Allah will be triumphant. All righty. Yeah, well, that's Surah 58, and this Sunday night we'll be going back to the Bukhari Hadith Sunnah collection in the next show, and that'll be coming up in hopefully next Sunday. That's the goal. All righty. Well, we got 8:17, so that's my reading for this evening, and hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll be getting together again real soon. Let me just take down the recording portion of the show and the Facebook and the YouTube and call it an evening. All righty. Heading over here. Ooh. Don't want to do that. All righty, folks. Where's that mouse? There's that mouse, and it looks like we have about a 42-minute show, which is okay. 3, 2, 1, bam. All righty. Facebook and YouTube people, have a good evening.